same. I'm so tired of playing games. You don't have to be so hard. Just tell me your dreams, the things you like. What turns you off, what makes you doubt. I'll tell you my deepest secrets. I wanna let them out. Hiding a million different things. Waiting for the night time to see what it brings. And I'm still even deep in my head. And sometimes I feel my heart is dead. Maybe tonight, late in bed, could I love instead? Yeah, I'm still even deep in my head. And sometimes I feel my heart is dead. Maybe tonight, late in bed, could I love instead? It's a beautiful day at the beach. I was losing my mind for about a week until I could call you up. I'll meet you at the waterline. Birds are flying up above. We both need a little love. Hiding in the
Hey there, welcome back guys, we're live. Special thanks to Swedish Forge, shout out to you, because we would not have this print and it would not be possible thanks to you. As for the colors, you know, we're getting there, but this might be the last one. Next week we're going to start a new print with our printer, which is kind of neat. We could probably paint the base while the new print is printing. Ken's next in line. Ken, hopefully you're free. Ken's been busy. And I've been busy too, and hopefully, you know, Ken can join us on that live stream, but if not, he'll catch it later. Ken's probably busy doing what he does. Hopefully, you know, he wants to share what's going on, but good things are happening for him, but it just, he hasn't actually had time for his computer. That ever happened to you where you're so busy and you don't even know what's happening online anymore? I remember I've been through a phase like that. Anyway, special thanks, Swedish Forge. Let me see what he said. I'm going to start painting my X-23. I've primed her. Oh my god, let's check it out. Can you share any images, pics? Got any pics of her primed? Because we will learn from our mistake, because we did not prime her. We sort of did. We added the primer in the paint so that it's just, you know, done within the coat. But if you want to see it done correctly, you got to check out Swedish Forge. So without any further ado, let's get started. You could also do it our way too, which is put the primer in the paint. You put the lime in the coconut and shake it all up. But it's been about a week since we touched these, so we'll see how this wet palette actually held out to the test, right? Because last time we had to add more water, but it's still salvaged all of our paints. But I can't wait to see Swedish Forge's print, because his is life size. His is huge. Wow, the wet palette is amazing. Wet palette is, you got to get one if you don't have one. Some of the yellow smeared, but that's okay. We could always use the droplet because of the water. We added more water, but it actually held the water, which is great. And I think we're only going to be using maybe a little more yellow, maybe a little more blue. We have this thing right here. It's been a while since I've seen all this stuff. I'm like, what is this? How does it work? Forgot how to use it, but that's okay. We make these videos so you don't have to. Actually, so you don't have to. Let's just make sure there's audio. That Instagram hasn't caught up. So, oh, let's see. And then let me just go here. Oh, there's our sound.
Let's see it done correctly.
Oh, nice. Okay. We're on Instagram too. I'm waiting for the approval to come through on TikTok, but we kind of waited to get. We missed a boat on TikTok basically because our channel's been around for almost 4 years, right? And TikTok was only a few months old, and I think I'm too old for TikTok anyway. When I see all these videos on there, I realize that we're not doing any dances or like dancing around in our bikinis and bathing suits or making, shitting in the street and then waiting for our likes. Now we're doing real stuff on this channel. Anyway, on that note, look, check this out. This is great. Stuff only. Look at that. So the wet palette is made. The yellow, I'm not sure what happened there, but it started going into there. It's all right, but everything else held out. Yellow was looking like that on our last feed / show. Now I did that one. Interesting. The feed on here. Anyway, let's do Samsung. I can always fix that another time. See, there we are. And now we're back to our show. Oh, nice. I could see the chats. And Swedish Forge said something. I like to watch from here. Swedish Forge is going to send us a picture now of his lady. This I gotta see because I'm dying to see what a life-size 3D print, almost 5 feet tall, is going to take to print. And a lot of paint too. It's, you got to go to Home Depot or wherever it is you go to get your stuff, right? So that you can YouTube. Oh, not YouTube. I was going to go to his channel, but I have to go to the email. And then I'll share with you guys once I log in because you don't need to see all my emails. Although someone has been trying to. Someone keeps trying to. Oh my God. Oh wow. Oh wow. Primed her. So he primed her in black. Interesting. Wow. But look at that. Oh, you can't see. But hold on. Let me see if I can do both. Oh, well, that's just a picture of her head. But wow. Our belt doesn't look like that. What belt is that? Interesting. Hold on. Look at that. How many centimeters is she? So we can do the conversion here. But that's huge. And just look at the table. Right? And look at the suitcase right there. And then look at her. So she's primed. And, wow. He used the airbrush. I wonder... Yeah, I wish I knew the paint mixture because our airbrush is not going to do that. And then that's just the second picture. Wow, beautiful. And I want to... She's a lady. Whoa, whoa, whoa. She's a lady. Let's see, we'll just close that out. 1.6 centimeters tall. Alexa, what's 1.6 centimeters converted to feet?
1.6 centimeters is about 0.0525 feet.
525 feet. Wow, that's huge. But remember, she was glued together. Some assembly required, but you could never tell because he primed her and he put the I forget what that stuff is called that we used, to fill in the cracks, which is just phenomenal. I should know the name of it. I actually have it here, but he used a lot of it because remember, it's a bigger print. Swedish Forge will probably have the name for us before I do, but there we go. This is it. Drydex. Yeah, see, he beat us to it. Yeah, he used a lot of Drydex. For us, I don't know. I'm gonna probably be using this when I'm doing my indoor flying FPV to patch up the walls. Yeah, I got a lot of ceiling to fix. But yeah, so again, this is going to be a short stream today, considering that we you know, we don't have many layers left. We do need some yellow, and we do need that little spinny thing. I'm over here, so I'm just gonna go. The yellow's right here. See that? Sometimes you could probably scrape that off, right, and then transfer the paint to another palette. I wonder if I was smart enough to, yes, keep this cover on. And the reason why is because if you saw on our previous live stream since the beginning, if you've been following us, this dries out in there if you don't cover it up. So save these things. There's a link to everything in the description, but it works well for models and is easy to work with Drydex. Yeah, I love the Drydex. I mean, on models. On the walls, walls is more work because you got to sand it, clean it, and then prime it again. Yeah, on the walls it's no fun. Hope Bob is enjoying his meter. We sent Bob the meter, and we sent Bob the what is it called, the miner. I was so in love with the miner I forgot what it was called. It's Jingle Miner, which is great. He's probably having fun with the meter, maybe testing it around his house, components, batteries. I know I was. And you know, we'll do that moving forward. We'll just pay it forward, and then if more people take claim to like, oh, I want that, then we'll just do a bingo raffle. And if you're abroad, like Swedish Forge overseas, we'll just do an Amazon gift card if you win. All right, knowing that and moving forward. Wow, I can't. Did I use this one? Oh, interesting. No, I don't think I used this one. This one. I might use it, but I'm not sure. So I'm just looking for all my stuff. So now that we took the top off, right now, yeah, and it's really cheap. Yeah, it is actually. It's cheap, and I believe it lasts a long time. If you put the lid on, cover it, not this, the Drydex, it will last a while without a problem. So in this case, we just put a drop in, right? And I think that may be a little bit too much yellow, but that's all right. See, one, two drops, and then we have spare ones of these, right? From, because we didn't use it. Just gonna go here and see who else is here. No one on Instagram, which is fine. Oh, it's so weird how Instagram. Interesting. I'll show you guys what Instagram does, but I wonder. That's the live. The Instagram is giving you guys a different feed. Very interesting. I wonder if I can change it. No, you can't. Even though we have the dual stream, I'll show you on the desktop what Instagram does. See, Instagram is doing that. I wonder what YouTube is doing. Let's go to YouTube. Yeah, Instagram. Let's see, my hand show up. It's still playing. Yeah, oh, it is. Oh, yeah, so it's sharing that. Okay, that's just weird. And it doesn't give you the option to, and I have my default setting for the Instagram to be like this. Here, I'll show you what, I don't know why Instagram is doing this, but it is what it is. It's good for business though, because then we can say welcome back to everything that glitches, but it should look like this. Watch. So if we go to portrait on Facebook,
we know that vibe coding can be a lot of fun until it's not.
Just gotta wait for that to skip it. See, welcome back to everything. Instagram doesn't do that. Oh look, we have swipe pod. We have some viewers. See, a different feed, different experience. Said hi. Hey, Yarlin Meriz 6863. We're painting the X-23, which is, I'll show you in a second. And swipe bod Repent and turn away from sin and accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, and you shall be saved from hellfire. Gain salvation today. Jesus is coming soon. Repent. Yes, he's been coming for a long time, and he's late. He's had an appointment, and I don't know why he's not here yet. But for those of you who believe, don't worry, we won't leave you hanging, because we will take care of this one in a second. Hold on. Oh, Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, he does. Let's see. Go to notes. Which is fine, you know. Let's see. And then we'll go here. Go here. Go here. Let me go here and clear that out. Nope. 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 I had it here somewhere. No. Oh, no wonder why my notes are in. Okay, emergency Google. Oh, there we go. And I'm gonna make a video though, so that I just have it and I can just show the link. But my link is gonna be different. Interesting. This is nice. This one I don't mind. This one's pretty cool. I like. We get trolled a lot. But this is a good troll, right? This is like, you know, just showing us the light if you don't know the light, or, you know, want you to believe if you don't believe, and want you to repent if you've sinned. So we're just gonna send them. There you go. Hope you enjoy. It's basically a recipe on how to make troll cookies. So when they click it, right, it'll take them here. But I'm gonna have my own version of it. See, look, sugar cookies, troll cookies with Elena's sweet things. But I'm gonna do like a 30-second one or a YouTube short, and then I'm gonna have my own troll video. So every time we get trolled, we're gonna send them the troll cookie recipe, but with me in it. I'm gonna, like, you know, make the cookies with my kids and stuff. They won't be in the video, but you get the idea. It's be like a new thing for when we get trolled. And anytime we get trolls in the comments, we're gonna send them that. You know, like, hope you enjoy this, and then they'll be like, what? And that's what I've been doing lately. And then I was lying down and thinking, like, you know what? I gotta make my own troll cookies. So I'm waiting for the little troll things to come, and then you know, it'll be cool. We've got to level up, right? You got to level up your game. When you start getting trolls, it's usually a sign of success. So we got to go with the flow of things and be successful. Don't go crying in your sleep when you get trolled. Just troll the trolls. But this is a nice troll, you know. Like, usually most of the trolls aren't selling Jesus. They're usually trying to hack our YouTube account, or, like, you know, send us ask, hey, why did you do that? Why is this? I don't understand. You know, or like, you suck. This is nice. But either way, a troll is still a troll, so we will, you know, move forward with our master plan. So we're just mixing this. We put the what is it called? The varnish. It's supposed to make the magic happen with the paint. Okay. And then moving forward, probably want us to repent, because we're doing the devil's work here when you think about it, you know, because look at her. Oh, I wonder why I look so small though. I'm gonna move myself over a little bit. Hold on. I'm gonna unlock me stuff. Hold on. I just don't remember which is which. And then move this over here. See that? And then make this one a little bit bigger, if it lets me. Sometimes it doesn't, you know. That's the only thing, the only downside to Streamlabs. But it lets you do it in real time. See? There we go. And now you have your chats, because it's so weird how it was now Sam's full version of me. And you see, this is what we're doing. The devil herself. Sort of. There's a moral character. But we've been told to repent. The power of Christ compels you. I remember one time I was living in Idaho, and a really nice neighbor and he came to me, and it was Sunday. I was working in the yard. I was working in my garden, and he came to knock on my door. He's like, "Hi, I just wanted to say hello, and I'm just curious, why aren't you in church?" I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Well, because the power of Christ doesn't compel me." And then he was like, "What does that mean?" He's like, "Well, whatever you want it to mean." But I'm doing the Lord's work in my garden, planting the fruit of my labors. And then he's like, "What are you planting?" I said, "Come see." He's like, "No, I gotta go. We're going to church." I'm like, "All right, have fun with that," you know. Because I remember in Idaho, like in New York City, you got a Starbucks on every corner, but in Idaho, you got like a church on every corner, literally. You know, like you can't drive X amount of miles without passing one, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. If that's what you like, you know, that's your thing. But I like her thing better. Her, almost. Hold on. Just gonna go to me stuff. See, and then I'm just gonna lock it. This way it doesn't accidentally get messed up. See? So she's gonna need more layers, you know, it's gonna take a while. See, look at that. But unless you're Swedish Forge, did you see that? Because she was printed gray, and there's not a hint of gray there, and she's black as night. So wild how the Airbrush Prime worked its magic and got it one coat on. But then you're gonna have to, well, no, if you have an air gun. I was gonna say then you have to do blue, right? But she'll be all right in blue. And so he'll probably be done before us, because we're gonna start Ken's print next week, right? And we're still gonna have more layers to put on her. Yeah, so I called my local police department. I left them a voicemail about my scam, sent them the email, but radio silence. You'd think they'd be like, "Hi, we're calling you back, making sure everything's okay. You weren't compromised. You know, I spoke too highly of them." Because usually they do. Sometimes I don't live on Facebook like the rest of the town, but usually they will post on Facebook, you know, latest scam, look out. But they usually post it after someone's become victim. That's the thing. They're like, you know, like someone became victim to a bank fraud. Someone's account got emptied. You know, they don't. So since I caught it in time, they only publicize you, not you, they don't post it, it's anonymous, like, you know, they just say someone became victim. They only publicize it unless you know, when you become the victim, you know. It's weird though, because I never got any email alerts from my bank either. Because the scam's been around for a while. You would think that banks would be like sending out emails to their customers telling them be on the lookout. Nope. They tell you to be careful after the fact. But I took care of everything with my bank, froze. They put an alert on my account. I've done an alert before because it's happened once in the past. And the only downside when putting an alert, like when I go to the teller, and if the teller who normally deals with me is not there, and I have somebody new, they call like everybody. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they called the cops, and then the cops showed up. But yeah, that's what happens when you put like a flag your account. So now when I go back to my bank, even to make a withdrawal, or sometimes deposits too, because they ask for. I remember one time I tried to make a deposit, they wouldn't let me. And then the other guy, who was in the corner, confirmed that he knew me because my account was flagged, which is fine, you know. Oh, and because I didn't write my signature correctly, because I have my signature on file, so even though it was me, it didn't look like me, because I was like, I don't know what my signature looked like, because the account was open like 20 years ago or something, right? So how can I know what my, I don't remember what, and it didn't match, and so I had to keep writing my signature until it matched. But now they know me. But sometimes I'll go and the person who knows me isn't there, and that's when I'm screwed, which is fine. I don't mind it. You know, I'd rather be screwed than be screwed, if that makes any sense, you know. You know, so I'm not worried about that. But it's crazy how they try to get you. And then now, ever since I made that like scam videos, haven't been getting much emails from these YouTube collaborators, which has me thinking maybe it's all a scam. Like, they get you to collaborate with them, right? Build your trust, and after your trust is built, they said, okay, after a year later, remember, because it takes that's how those Asian schemes work. You know, they build your trust over 6 months, 2 months, 3 months, and then once they're ready, then they bring out the big dogs. And I was thinking, like, maybe that's how they work. You know, they build your trust, and then after a year, because they are patient. If you look at all these Asian scams, they usually run the course of a year before they run you high and dry. And I'm thinking, like, I got all these offers, and then finally they were ready to send out the big scam, big collaboration scam, and then I didn't fall for it, right? And then now I'm blacklisted. Now they will no longer wine and dine me with the you know, with the stuff they've been sending. Maybe that was all a ploy. I don't know. I'm just being overly cautious. But I tell you what, if they want to pay me, they're going to have to super chat me like Bob did. You know? And I think this brush is more for the details like that, because it doesn't seem to be doing justice and going on the way I want it to, or more for the inner lines. Yeah, what's your take on that? Did you guys watch that scam video and how they tried to hijack my YouTube account? Or how the one where, well, they both try to hijack your YouTube account. No, one tries to hijack your bank account and the other one YouTube. What you guys think of that? Look at that, she's coming along. Headless. See, she's going to need more between her legs, which is a bummer. That's why. But we could use that time to bust out the better brush. So that one that I was using is probably more for the contour lines. And then something like this, right, you could use to clean up, right, if you accidentally get paint somewhere, or to make the lines. You see how it's coming out better? See? Yeah, so, you know, it is what it is. Not much you can do about it. And as you saw, I have a bag filled with this could be another scam. Let's see. I love picking them up. Hello? 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 Yo. Hello? Hello? Anyway, I don't know who it was. It was like a 701 number. Never, if you do pick up your scam calls and you want to scam the scammers, one way they scam you is with like, can you hear me? And if you say yes, and then never say yes, just keep saying hello. Who is this? Sometimes they could use your voice to voice authenticate other things you don't want, right? And then by then it's too late because they have confirmation of you saying yes. So that's why I was like, hello, yo, you know. And then this is Lewis, and then you respond with something like, who's this? And then they're like, is this Lewis? Who is this? Who's this? Why are you calling me? That's why I know it sounds rude, but you know, you don't confirm who you are, but you just get them talking, and that frustrates them too, because now you don't really confirm who you are. But I always say, why are you calling? Or I'll be like, who is this? Well, you know, it's my phone. It's not like I'm at the office, you know, where you have to answer the phone with some sort of etiquette. Be like, why the fuck are you calling me? Something like that. Not really, but, you know, just because I'm not, usually when someone wants to get a hold of me, they text me or they email me. You know, that's how I know anybody who's calling is a scammer, or a doctor's appointment. So if I have, you know, if I have a doctor's appointment pending, then I know to pick up the phone, and it usually says healthcare. And then again, good luck with that, because now scammers are going to be spoofing that, you know. So when I got a call this morning about my appointment, she said, hi, is this Lewis? And I was like, who's calling? And then they confirm they were replying back to my email. And then I was like, oh yeah, hi. But it doesn't really matter, because with AI, if they need your voice, they're gonna have AI do it. Remember I showed you guys a video on how to get your W videos in Italian, English, or Spanish using AI, and it sounds just like you. So I think in a couple of years time it won't matter, but then you'll just have to have everything on lockdown via PIN or paraphrase or special key, and then you're fine. Then you just can't lose your key or your paraphrases, because then you're basically locked out of your accounts. So you just do that, because I think that's going to be the way of the future. So don't worry about it. I have all my shit on lockdown to the point where no one's going to want to be me, you know. But they do want my YouTube account, I tell you that. They're trying to hack my account because it's monetized. So the reason why they want to hack your YouTube account is because they can redirect, they can lock you out and do a live stream of some infomercial or something, so they can make money, and redirect the Google AdSense to their account. But I have it set up a special way. I'm not even going to share how I have it set up, because for all we know, like on that phone call, James Santana was telling us that Kevin McCoy was trying to steal our stuff. Meanwhile, Mr. Santana, the Mr. El Santana was, you know, like that's how it works. Like if you saw, they were blaming the Russians, telling me that my account was being hacked from Russia, but it was probably, you know, they probably redirected the proxy server or the VPN to point to Russia, so that we would think it was them. Like he was trying to point some white boy, right, some white person, by using their name, using Kevin McCoy. Meanwhile, he's like, we know who it is. It was Kevin McCoy. We just want to let you know, like, who the fuck is Kevin McCoy? I'm the real McCoy. And so that's where they try to get you. And then by redirecting the blame, like, why would it be James Santana? I'm the good guy. I'm here to help you. Yeah, so you got to watch out for that. You know, don't be fooled. Or they might be reversed, right? They might say James Santana is trying to steal your stuff, and hi, I'm Kevin McCoy. I'm here to help you. You know, the roles might switch and be reversed depending on who they're calling. Because, like, you know, for me, they thought because my name was Luis that I spoke Spanish. So they gave me the Latin lover. Whereas, like, you know, if you're Irish or something, they would probably give you Kevin McCoy, right? And tell you James Santana, some Spanish guy is trying to steal your stuff, you know, just to create that reverse psychology, because people do stereotype. So I have to say, they must have a focus group, though, because they are really elaborate with that scheme. You know, like literally to the extent where if I didn't know any better, I would have been like, okay, transfer me to the Zell department. Do you guys have that in your country? Do they do that? Or is that just an American thing with those scams? You know, share with us, because I would like to know. Because I don't know. Wasn't sure, because you don't hear of many. You hear of the scammers scamming us abroad, but you don't hear about that stuff happening. At least it's not shared by the folks abroad out there. Oh man, I touched it. Damn. That's okay though. We can live with that. Right? Can't wait to see. I can't wait to see Swedish Forge's print. So that's prime, right? So that means he primed her, and then next phase 2, we're going to see her in a different color. That's got to be really interesting. That's a whole other level of 3D printing. 3D printing painting, when you think about it. Oh man, it's okay. We still have to paint her belt another day. But as you can see, that's why. And to get that off, you could either use your finger, which we might be able to, or a Q-tip, which would work better if we have it somewhere. Nope, I don't have it, but we have a paper towel. But a Q-tip would actually work ideal, because then you can see, I got it off. And again, the finer details we'll have to get later. You know, we can get her, we can finish her when, well, we're doing other stuff. Well, Ken's print is printing in the background. I wonder how the AI app will make a split thumbnail. It used to work. It's not working anymore, mine. The AI thumbnail generator. It whenever I ask it to do a YouTube preview to pull from a particular timeline in a video, that doesn't work anymore. I think I'm going to do the stand gray, leave it gray, but I'll just paint around her. See, this is drying pretty fast, and like Swedish Forge said the last time, you could use a hair dryer to dry her, you know. He asked a question. I wonder why I didn't hear the ding. Usually I should hear a ding. I'm just gonna go to my system settings and make sure the sound output notifications, MacBook speakers, multi-output, and then for the output, input will be, oh wow, input should be border capture 8. I'm not sure, but it still works. It's fine. We got 4 people watching on our live stream, which is kind of cool. Let's see, it's coming out. The last time we had over almost 2,000 on our live stream, and then on the portrait mode, if you go back Swedish Forge and look, and then we had like 20 views in landscape mode. I was like, what? That was amazing. We never get that many views. Whoops, see, I touched her. See, that's why you can only paint her in sections, because see, it's coming out long, coming out pretty good. Yeah, Okay, it's coming along nicely. Except it's really hard to get in those hard to reach places. I don't know how he's gonna probably use painter's tape. What's your plan for getting those hard to reach areas? Most likely painter's tape or paint it over. It's coming out really nice. See, to make sure it doesn't cake on, right? That's the other tricky part. We don't want to cake. We want cookies. We're gonna make some troll cookies. Cookies, or unless I can order some, that would be cool. Yeah, see, that's why we can only do so much. Except I want to try something. I want to see if I take, oh, let's leave the yellow brush yellow, right? It's fine. But clean that off a little bit, right? We can always clean off all the other brushes. And I want to take, what kind of print is that? Hold on. Oh, that's what I forgot to check. I want to try something. Hold on. I'm going to say hi. Hi. His hi. See, we should have heard a bring. And then I'm going to fix this. Go there. Yeah, for some reason the chat's not dinging. I didn't enable chat notifications, which is fine. Ah, it works. Yay. We want that. And then I can go back later. What kind of print is that? Yes, sir. Print is what, though? I don't know. It's your print. Markabe. Oh, my God. Big Bad Lou. It's the Big Bad Lou. Yes, the Big Bad Lou. I'm so bad that they sent they asked me if I want to make my redemption. Someone Swipebot stopped by and said, repent and turn away from sin and accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, and you shall be saved from hellfire. Gain salvation today. Jesus is coming soon. Repent. He is coming, but he's running late. And I believe my kids will be waiting for him to come when I'm no longer on this planet. And they'll be sending the same message that he is coming. So hopefully their kids, my grandkids, will be able to meet him in person before I do. But yeah, so this is a good troll, right? Considering how we've been trolled in the past, I like this troll. You know, I don't mind if every troll was asking us to repent, compared to all the other crap we've been getting. You know, so this is a good troll. But we still sent them the recipe for troll cookies, because my new thing is going to be anytime I get a troll comment, I'm going to send them the recipe for troll cookies. So if you click on that link, except I'm going to make my own troll cookie video. So anytime someone leaves like a troll comment, I'm going to send them my version of troll cookies. Isn't that nice? Isn't that sweet? Isn't that special? Yes, we will. Everyone gets the star treatment, because look, the channel is almost at 8,000 subscribers. So we have to move along with the success and make a video, right, on how to make troll cookies. It'll be like a 3-minute video, or maybe 1 minute, to keep the troll intense, you know, engaged, so they can watch it, so we can make money on the views. Because as the channel grows, the trolls come in. You know, it's like send in the trolls, and sometimes you might get attacked and have more trolls than fans. So you gotta be prepared. But that's okay. We're gonna be prepared. I just have to order. I have to wait for my troll cookies to come, so that I can have my own troll video. And then so we send them the link. Let's see. Oh, I hear the dings. Blue. I did another manual flight with the Neo 2. Stock rates for me feel good. No issues with drifting. Only a slight bit of wobble due to wind. I didn't get that lucky because I left everything stock on mine, right? Before I actually changed them. And I assumed that the reason why it wasn't working the magic like yours is now is because I didn't put my rates in there. But I'm going to try that because now it's working, and maybe now it's working because, I don't know, all the glitches came out with the firmware update. So I'm going to do a reset on mine and then put factory back and then try it. But I can't, as you see, I can't fly the Neo 2 yet because it is snow and ice, and I will crash, and I don't want to crash it. I don't want to crash it. I mean, I do want to crash it, but I want to crash it on the grass. I don't want to crash it. And then, because remember, the drone's for sale. No one wants to buy it, though. Everyone's like, I'll give you $300 for it. I'll share with you the chats. Or someone's like, oh, and then they send me a link. They're like, well, Amazon is selling it for this much. I'm like, well, buy it from Amazon, you know? So my minimum I'm willing to go is 400. Someone came back at 375, but I'm like, still, I'm going to hold out for 4. I want 4. And hopefully, I think someone will buy it. It's just a matter of time. You know, don't rush. You know, it's going to be at least, I don't know, you know, I don't know why. I'll share with you guys the messages I've been getting. And then one guy wanted, like, I think it was $100 or $200. He was like, I'll give you $200 for it. I'm like, no. I told him, I was like, I'm just going to hold out. I said, that's okay if you don't want to pay the $400. Someone will pay. I'm going to wait. And then he came back with $375. Should I have taken the $375 or just hold out for 4? And remember, they're getting the lights too. They're getting the Wi-Fi, whatever they're called, Halo lights. So they're getting quite a bit of stuff. They're not just getting, you're not just getting the Neo 2. You know, this is tricky because I don't know where to hold her. I just want to know where to hold her after I put this next layer on the layer. I'll share with you my messages. That's how it is on Facebook Marketplace. A bunch of, like, it's hard to sell stuff. When it sells, it sells. And when it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. And then I got, I had something for sale. I think I was, the Under 3S1 Pro. And someone said, I can come to your house this evening and pick it up. And you know what? I'm like, forget it. This is like, I don't want anybody coming to the house, especially after the last 2 weeks of people scamming me or trying to break into my, what do they call it? You know, Facebook account and Gmail account. I'm like, forget it. It could be like and now you have in the news, people getting shot or assaulted with these Facebook Marketplace transactions. So I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just not gonna. Anything I sell, I'm gonna have to go to like our town has the police station where you could sell your stuff. Meet me in front of there. That's what I did when I sold the car. I was like, meet me in front of the police station. And if they're serious, they'll come. And they have cameras and everything, a little waiting area. So I'm not worried about that. But then now I'm like second guessing anytime someone says. So as soon as he said he wanted to come over, so I'm going to hold on to unless I do a garage sale and I plug it in on the table during the garage sale and you can see the printer working there. But nah, I think I'm done with the Facebook scammers. You know, oh wow, this is a nice blue, right? Oh, we have some dings. I was rusty in manual mode and it still felt good. Didn't feel like it was going to crash like the Neo 1. Something felt weird with the Neo 1 in manual mode. it felt like it was going to fall from the sky at any time. It did fall from the sky at any time. Not only did it feel it, but I felt good, honestly. Even though my drone was glitching, when I finally got it in manual mode with the rates that I have, I like it. I felt like I can control it. I felt it was good. The only thing that was disappointed was you saw the drone would drift, and then it took a while for me to get control of the drone because it didn't want to be controlled. It was like a wild horse needing to be tamed, right? And once you're like riding the horse like that with the riding the bull or whatever it's called, and then eventually the drone, you get control. It shouldn't be like that, but eventually the drone lets you control it. And that was my experience with the Neo, but I'm going to try that. Maybe it required software updates. Maybe, like you said, could have been the propellers. I took them off. Maybe they weren't on correctly. I don't know. I really don't know. All I know is that, but even if the propellers were on incorrectly, after gaining control and riding the bull, if they were on incorrectly, it would not have let me continue flying the way it was, right? Because it would have just gone defunct all the way. So yeah, I don't think the propellers were the issue, but I'm gonna try that as soon as it if I still have it, because remember, it's for sale, and that I'm going to sell when no one wants to buy it. I'll share with you what the shit I've been getting with these buyers. This is nice. Wow. Look at that. She's a lady. Whoa, whoa, whoa. She's a lady. They should play that song anytime someone asks, what is a woman? I don't know. Anyway. I forget who sings that song. I like his music. He's pretty good. Look at that. Kind of neat, huh? Wow, she's getting there. Right? El Wolverine, because she's got like a little complexion, little tan here. Let me let her dry a little bit. Could have been the snow. I'd give it another shot at the park. Yeah, it's a great idea. I want to do it in the park. If I have it, I'm going to go in the park and let it follow me on the trail. These are the videos I plan to make with the Neo. I'll share with you. But if I don't make them, it's because it's sold, right? Because I just like the way you have 100%, 1000% control of the drones that you built. The Neo, like you said, maybe it was this, maybe it was that, but I want to know every time I fly my drone that it's gonna work out. Unless you crash this, you got to reflash it, which is fine. Then I'm responsible and I know why it's not working. With the Neo, you're at the mercy of DJI. Okay, so these are the videos. I want to make the voice command things. I want to see what happens if I can't lose it. So these are the videos that may come or may not come. Connect the DJI mic to it, and then because I don't want to use my phone, because I just want to have an experience with the drone and be like, hey, fly, follow me, because you can do voice commands. Hey, fly, follow front. I forget what the command. And then I want to do another video of it following me on the trail, like me running, and then have it see if it follows. See if it could actually. I need Ken for that, but Ken's been busy. I want to see it follow me on the trail that Ken and I went on. When Ken did his drone, I had to walk behind it to make sure his drone didn't fly away, and it almost did. So I want to do that, but Ken has to be available, and I want to see if it can do the whole trail, because you see all these videos of the drone following you. So that'll be interesting. So if it hasn't sold, those are the two videos that we'll do. And then also maybe third one. I can't remember what the third one will be, but hopefully, if not, that's fine. We have over 100 videos in my list that I've shared with you guys in the live stream that we're never going to run out of material. But it'd be cool if I can make those with the Neo, but I can't do it because it's snowing out. And like Markabay said, he says use stock default rates. It can't fly no worse than mine unless you got a hardware issue with yours, and this is coming from Markabay. Markabay is better pilot than me. So, you know, these guys have been flying FPV longer than I have. So if he's saying fly the stock rates, we should be able to fly the stock rates. Unless, like you said, there's a hardware issue. But I'm going to try it. You know, I'm going to do it. Hopefully. And again, here, let me share with you the shit that comes my way with this Facebook Marketplace. Facebook. Oh wow, I got a message. One in the marketplace. All right, so here we go. Samsung me, and then you see over here. Oh, I'll have to move it over so that the Instagram people can see it. Because remember, so this guy texts me at like 4 in the morning, and he's like, "What did he say?" He's like, "Are you available for me to pick it up this evening?" And this was for the Ender 3 S1 Pro that I was selling for $150. And I'm like, what? I'm still sleeping. So I'm not and after like someone scamming, trying to break into my account that same time, I was like, no, I'm not having anybody come over. So now for the Neo, Jared. Let's see what Jared says. Jared is like, are you available? Oh no, it's this one. Can you give it to you all for 400 cash if that helps? And he's like, let me think about it. There's nothing to think about. I'm listing it for 550, right, with 1 year insurance from DJI, and it's basically a no-brainer. And it comes with the lights. I hate having to do this. Miguel. And then I said, $400 cash, sure, is fine. Where can we meet? And I'm like, where are you located? And then radio silence. Never heard from him again. Like, this was all within like minutes. I'm like, wait, 1 minute they want it, and then the next minute I'm like, what? I don't understand. And then here, DJI Neo 2. Here's another one. Let me close these. Are you interested? He's like, hi, is it available? And then, sorry, are you interested? And then nothing. You get a lot of that, like, hi, is it still available? And then this one says he's in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. Okay. And then that's it. So there's like a lot of hype. I showed him, you know, the receipt, and then you know, because they get the they get all, which is the one that there was one that offered me $75, or that is Alejo. Oh, this is the one, $375. So this is the one that's like, let me see. This is the one that he said first he offered me $300, and I said $400 cash. No, bro, new. It's $420 on Amazon. $325 now. I can go now. I can come now and get it. This one comes with the protection plan and lights, so you can fly it at night with screen protector too. Didn't know Amazon was selling it too. Okay, but I just need the drone and controller. So the guy only needs a drone and controller. He doesn't need the batteries. I'm close to you now. Let me know. And he's like, what you say? It's fine. We'll wait for someone to pay $400. And then he's like, $340. And then after a couple hours, I said, no, I'm not selling it. I left silence. And he's like, that's my last offer. Just text me. Give me a better offer. And I'm thinking, like, give you a better offer? You give me an offer. I'm selling my drone. You don't tell me to give you a better offer. Like, if it sells, it sells. If it doesn't sell, you know, kiss my ass. 400 cash, and it's yours. There's no confusion. Check my ad, watch the video, and see what you're getting. It's okay that you won't, but someone will pay $400 cash. And then he comes back at $375, and then question mark, I'm ready, we'll pass, thanks, okay, no problem. So you get a lot of that, you know. So that's where it stands with you know, the Facebook Marketplace. A lot of lookers and watchers and people. 370, I don't know, should I have taken the 375 or just hold out for 4? I'm just gonna hold out for 4. because that's how it's not my first time selling something on Facebook Marketplace. You know, eventually someone will come and pay what you're asking for. At least that's been my experience, but I don't know, you know, maybe that's market has changed, you know, maybe it's not like that anymore. I don't know. Anyway, as you can see, if it sells, but I want 4. I'm not doing 375. Wonder how it's going to be when I sell the Pavo Fomento and the sub 250. See how that works out, you know, because I plan to sell those too. Hopefully they work, right? The sub 250 works, because you can only fly so many drones. But those are some other drone videos we have to make too. We got to make the sub 250 video. We got to make the Pavo Fomento. Pavo Fomento I've had for almost half a year now, almost over a year. Yeah, sometimes that happens, you know. I have the stuff and don't make the video, but I will. Plus, I want to test it. Oh, for the Pavos and sub 250, I'll probably fly them inside. See how they work. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just sell them. You know? We'll see. We will see. Oh, Tom Jones. That's who sings the song. She's a lady. Whoa, whoa, whoa. She's a lady. Cool. So sometimes it just comes to you naturally. Hold on. Someone's texting me. This is live. Let's see. Who's texting me? Trust my computer. Oh man, because I didn't trust my computer, I've never charged my phone. It's fine. It says, well, I don't know who's Alexandra. Nee. Let's see. I want to see who this is. Can't see. Hi, Lewis. Hope your week is off to a great start. I need to get your credentials for Carnegie Hall and realize that I don't know it. This is Alex. Oh, it's another one of those spam things. Yeah. Spammer. Let's see what else I got. And then I got some others. Buy more. Oh, what's it called? Methylene blue. Hey, what's up? Hippie Crasher. Where can I find files for the NM Miner 3D printed stand? Well, Hippie Crasher, thanks for crashing the show. This is 3D Print of the Week, but we answer all questions live. Let me think. I think it's from Thingiverse. Let me find it and I will send it to you. Hold on, because we have it printed. Remember, this is live. We answer all questions on the live stream. And at least we're not getting trolled. Otherwise, we'd send you the recipe for troll cookies. Hold on 1 second, okay? I have to... 1 moment, please. Full version of me. And I just need to go to the YouTube. We did it on a 3D print of the week. Let's see. My channel, live, and then we're gonna go to. Most likely it was on the One Shot Miner. Wow, we haven't done a live One Shot Miner one in a while, which is fine, because that miner was, everyone's miner is crashing or pools are down, firmware updates. The only one that doesn't require an Easter egg hunt for the firmware update on your miner is the jingle miner, the one that they sent us. We actually sent it to Bob because now they're charging taxes and tariffs for shipment into the US. So I hope Bob's having a blast with it. All right, 1 second. We will find it for you, but I need to find the video that I thought we did it on a live stream. Interesting. And remember, there are 4 different one-shot miners, which means that you might have to carve out a portion of it in your 3D slicer so that it can fit the USB cable. Okay, so let me go. It's probably one of the videos. 1 second, please. Miner. Oh, nice. Maybe it's this one. Ah, I know where it is. Because I actually have a video that shows you how to slice the file, but I haven't posted it yet. So hold on a second. It's scheduled to go out later. Here we go. And you can choose the color. I found it. Yes, I have a video scheduled to go out that I made a while ago, but I haven't. Every time I think like, oh, I'll do this, videos just keep getting bumped and dumped. But anyway, here you go. And say, hope this helps. There you are. Enjoy. And remember, you might have to carve it in your slicer, because I've had to carve all 3 of these because apparently there are 4 different versions of the miner. But when we were doing a support ticket and helping someone and we showed them our miners here, they're like, no, mine doesn't have that, which means that there's a 4th one and we only have 3 of the 4. There could be a 5. But yeah, I go to my local library to use their 3D printer completely. Just need the file and I put it on a thumb drive. Oh, that's so cool. Our library does the same thing here, which is phenomenal, but their 3D printer is broken. Apparently it was working and then now it doesn't work anymore. Maybe I should have a look at it, right? Offer to fix it for them so that people can use it. And our library has 3D printing service for free. Our library has like cooking pans, like if you want to bake cookies. They don't have the troll cookie one. Cakes, games, if you're having a party or a barbecue, they will give you all the accessories you need. You just need your library card. Back in the day, we didn't have that. You guys are lucky today. Now, back in the day, you'd get like a VHS, or you could do if you have a Nintendo Switch, you can rent the Nintendo games. But libraries are moving up. 3D printing. Other services, I have to go to my library and see what's new. They have a little room with all the tech room. I'm like, what? But it's a bummer that the 3D printer doesn't work. I should call them and see. Let's call the library and see what's up with their 3D printer. And maybe we'll get the name of it and we can Google it and offer to service it for them if they Glen Rock Library allow, and we'll call them. Don't use Chrome. I just want to call. All right, let's see.
Good afternoon, Glen Rock Library.
Hi, my name is Lewis. I just have a question for you. I remember going to the library back in the day, and you guys had a 3D printer. Do you still have that?
I don't know. Hold on a second. Let me find out for you.
Okay. I just muted it. Maybe they got rid of it since it was broken.
We don't have one any longer.
Oh, okay. So they took it out of that room where it was sitting?
Yeah, we did have one for a little while, but it even then it wasn't really for public use, but we no longer have it.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Do you have anything? What are you guys offering when it comes to, I don't know, tech, other than the computers?
I mean, anything that we have would be on our website under the Library of Things section. You can go take a look at it.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Wait, so they had it, but it wasn't really for public use. You're lucky, hippie crasher. Our library had one. It broke, but it wasn't really for the public. Then who was it for? Bummer. Yeah. That's so cool. Wonder where he is, where his library is like. But I wonder what my library is. I should say go to the website and see what they have in the public use. I mean, let's see what my library has. They have cookie sheets, cooking pans. You can pan man hands. Let's see what they offer you. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. So she says it's in the thing, Library of Things. Oh, okay. Let's see what we got. Badminton, if that's how it's pronounced, badminton. Cornhole tournament. You can reserve your things, lending pots. Oh, okay. They have outdoor games. Looks like they have bocce. They have bird watching kit. Toys and games. Okay. It doesn't say what games, but I guess you have to go. Oh, yeah. Oh, look, they have laser tag. It's going to require 1 to 2 players. Good luck with that, because kids today are on their phones. This thing is probably collecting dust. And that's all we got. Wow, you're lucky. Let's see what else we got. Tools and equipment. Oh, wow, this is nice. Oh, a knife sharpener. I definitely need a knife sharpener. I'm definitely going to take that. Oh, wow, pressure washer. A Roby leaf blower, sewing machine. Definitely, this one I could use. Check the dates. Wow, it's busy. People are out sharpening their knives up until, oh yeah, I can reserve now. So maybe I'll definitely, because our kitchen knives, wow, that's so cool. I'm definitely going to do that. Little green carpet upholstery cleaner. Oh wow, you can clean your sofa. As long as, you know, there's not shit in it. Cake pans, like I was saying. We got cake pans. Wow, a little bundt cake and all the other ones. Okay, so, but no troll cookies. Music. Which things would you like to borrow? Must be coming soon. But that's kind of neat. Definitely not a piano. You'd have to carry it home. Outdoor games. All right. Oh, wow. You have Limbo, Jenga, the giant Jenga. Some climbing, little horseshoes, croquette, and some, oh yeah, bocce, like I said. Yeah. All right. Not bad. That's pretty good. Oh, and this one, I have this one. No, we have that for our kids. The cornhole outdoor game set. We actually took these things from the kids, and then I made a I sewed them onto my landing pad, and now my landing pad is no longer a cornhole outdoor games. My landing pad has weight to it, so that it doesn't blow away in the wind. Here, I'll show you what I did with it. But it worked out really well. And you should do that too. Go to your library, get the cornhole games, and use the bean bags. So, let's say it's really windy, right? And normally this would blow away in the wind, but fits in the bag. And on this side, check it out. We don't have the Cornwall outdoor game set anymore because they're sewed onto here. Kind of neat, huh? Looks like something you see at the carnival, but it holds it down, and the wind will never blow this away. And it fits in its bag. I just keep it open out here because put it on the drone. Kind of neat, huh? Gotta love it. Looks like we'll have to wait for her to dry another week. But next week we'll have a new 3D print of the week. Saturday night we're going to do the Saturday Night Live. We'll do the Friday Night Flights because DJI, we've got another support ticket with them. Here, I'll share with you what they used to watch my videos and be like, oh, we see that, send your drone in. But I guess because now they can't take the drone. There's no more care refresh. There's no more inventory. They don't honor the stuff anymore. So now you just get these crafty gaslighting emails that read like this. Hold on. And it says, Dear Lewis, good day to you. Greetings from DJI Technical Support. It is indeed great to hear back from you, Lewis. We are very much amazed with the live streaming feed you have shared with us, as the video capture is truly indeed amazing. We admire the operator's skills in controlling the aircraft, especially with low light environment as such. Hence, as you have previously mentioned to us regarding the reduced horizontal speed for your DJI Neo 2, similar flight testing has requested previously, would be really appreciated at a much lower altitude for us to quickly check and advise you on the next course of actions to proceed further. We will be looking forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you for choosing DJI and have an awesome day ahead. Best regards, Steve. But I was sending them the video on the POI effect not working, and then they sort of deflected and went back to the Neo, because the issue I'm having with the Neo is when at full throttle it's supposed to be going fast, right, at like 33 or whatever, 30 something miles per hour, but instead at full throttle in sport mode it was doing like 5 to 10 miles per hour. So their solution to that is make us another video at you flying the Neo full throttle at a lower speed instead of higher height, at a lower height instead of higher height, so we can evaluate and then proceed with the next step. So now I gotta fly the Neo again at a lower height, full throttle in sport mode, to see if it's gonna fly 10 to 5 miles per hour or go full throttle, because when it was higher up coming in at full throttle it should have been going 25 or 30, but instead it slowed down, and at full throttle it was doing 5 to 10 miles an hour. So now that's where we stand on that support ticket. But now I'm going to reply back to this and tell them, hey, yeah, but what about the POI effect not working? I just downloaded the latest DJI Fly app, which is what I told them in the previous email, but looks like now they've gone ADD on me. They pulled the Lewis, and now I don't know. I have to reply back and say, watch the video. Well, maybe they didn't want to watch the whole video, because remember in the beginning there was no sound, but I told them where to go to where the sound is, and we had sound in that video thanks to Markabe, because he was on the live stream and was like, yo, there's no sound. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. Lou, but do give the stock rates back to default and try manual again. Worth a shot when you have, and I will. I'm definitely going to do it, especially coming from you. But as you can see, it's still snowing. The only thing I can do right now is fly in sport mode and do that video for DJI to see what happens at full throttle at a lower height. But that's it for that. You know, maybe I'll just do one more touch-up thing over here with the brush. And see, it got hard. I should have left it in the water. Sometimes you want to leave your brushes wet. But as you can see, just got to clean it off. Definitely worth a shot. And I think I'm going to end this stream because I believe the kids will be home soon. So I have to, well, I have one home today, so we'll see. But I do want to make one line on her boot and maybe her shoulders, and then call it quits. Samsung me stuff. So the back of her heels were great. Plus I have all this paint, but the yellow will hold. So I'm not worried about that. See, and we all that talking gave us time to apply and let dry. Yay. Yeah. Because back in the day, it's not my first rodeo with DJI. I'd send them the videos, and then they would, you know, it was very black and white. It was handled very cut and dry. They were like, okay, we see that too. Here, look in your email, check your email. There's a return label. That can't happen anymore because there's no more care refresh. So I'd like to see what their next steps are. You know, we can't ship the drone, but thankfully I have care refresh with the drone with the New York City DJI store. It's the Mavic 4 Pro that there's no care refresh. I have insurance on it though, so if I crash it, insurance will cover it. But you know, times have changed, man. That's why I plan to sell every drone I have by June. And then of course I'm not going to spend the money. I'm going to save it at the bank. You know, we don't keep money in the house. And then when the time comes, you know, seeing where the rules and regulations are, I think I'll sell the drone and keep the RC. I'm not sure yet. I don't know. What about where you guys are in your countries, in your hometown? Are things getting sketchy where you're now on the fence, you know, leaning to sell everything by summer with all these new drone regulations? And then we'll be the Has Seen on TV channel. We'll just continue with business as usual, you know. And if somebody sends us a drone, great. Remember that drone they sent us, that crap drone where it was like more of a liability than a drone? That was crazy. I remember that drone. It freaked me out. And they're like, oh yeah, you can't start it up, you have to calibrate it first and then it should work. I was like, what? I still have that in the box. I won't even give that away. I can't imagine giving that drone away, it crashing into car or house or somebody, injuring someone. But it's still in the box. Yeah, and that's it. I think we're gonna call it quits here. I'll let these brushes soak so that the excess can come off, because as you see, when we let them air dry, that stuff really cakes on there, which is fine. But these brushes are beautiful. You know, my first beautiful brushes, and these brushes came with the kit. I didn't buy them, so that's why I appreciate them more. Remember Afix? I wonder how he's doing. He started his own channel. Sometimes that happens. But he took the show on the road. He's now doing gaming and all this other really cool, interesting stuff. You know, he helped to get us started too. He was like one of our founding members. Got us into 3D printing, got us into FPV, helped us out like you guys did. So I'm glad you guys are here. And who else left us? Not Marker Bay, Midnight Off-Road Runner. Another pioneer of the channel. Hope you guys stay, you know. But even if you do leave, sometimes you know, people move on to different things. They outgrow channels, but we will still be here, and you'll always be in our memories. And grateful for everything you've contributed when it comes to help, resources, solutions, you know, and bringing us to the next level. Maybe that's why Afix left. He helped us level up. And look, we're streaming now in 4K, chat notifications. You know, engaging with the audience like we've never done before, which we didn't because we weren't doing that in the beginning, and all thanks to this software we're using right now, thanks to Afix. Anyway, probably felt like it's time to move on, run like the wind child and fly. Yeah, so Afix, if you're watching, hope all's well. Midnight Off-Road Runner, if you're watching, hope all is well with you. And those of you who are still here with us, hope to see you again. And we'll see you all next time. Do-do-do. The show is over.
It's a beautiful day at the beach. I was losing my mind for about a week until I could call you up. I'll meet you at the waterline. Birds are flying up above. We both need a little love. Hiding a million different things. Waiting for the night time to see what it brings. And I'm still living deep in my head. And sometimes I feel my heart is dead. Maybe tonight, baby, could I love instead? Yeah, I'm still living deep in my head. And sometimes I feel my heart is dead. Maybe tonight, baby, could I love instead?
Go to the website you love.
Yes, I know we're not the same. I'm so tired of playing games. You don't have to be so hard. Just tell me your dreams, the things you like. What turns you off, what makes you die.